Hi all, I got a game for you today called Seize the Castle and it's super fun. All you need is a mat on one side of the gym and a mat on the other side of the gym, equally spaced. So they're both, I place mine right below the center basket in the gym, and the one on the opposite side, same thing. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick two students who are gonna be royalty on each side of the gym. The two students who are royalty are going to stand or sit or lay, whatever makes them happy. They're gonna be on the mat, okay? And if they step off the mat at any time, they're out. All right, so they have to be careful of that. So they're just gonna make sure that they're on the mat. So you got the two royalty. Then you have someone who is the sergeant. The sergeant is gonna stand in front of the royalty and they're there to protect the royalty. The sergeant is invincible, so the sergeant cannot get out, okay? Then everybody else on the team, they're the knights. And the knights are there to protect the royalty, all right? So on go, first of all, we're gonna have a whole bunch of yarn balls out. Okay, and on go, you're gonna be throwing the yarn balls at the other team and trying to get the knights out and also trying to get the royalty out. Bottom line is, if you get both royalty out, that's how you win this game, okay? So let's say we're throwing yarn balls, and if you get hit on a fly, you're out. If the ball bounces and hits you, you're not out. And if you catch a ball that someone else on the other team throws, the person who threw it is out. So you always watch where your ball goes, okay? When we are working at this game, we're trying to get the royalty out. Yes, we're gonna try and get the knights out as well, but once you get those two royalty out, the game ends. So the royalty would be sitting on the mat, or standing on the mat, whatever works. The sergeant would be right in front of them, and the sergeant is invincible, so they can hit yarn balls away if the yarn balls are thrown at the royalty. So they're there to help. The sergeants can also throw a ball and try to get people out if they'd like to. If you do get out in this game, so if one of the knights get out or even the royalty, no big deal, you can still get back in. So what you're gonna do when you get out is you're gonna cross the center line of the gym and you're gonna go all the way to the opposite side of the gym to the furthest line, the end line. And when you stand there, if one of your teammates is able to throw a ball to you and you can catch it, you get back in, okay? So you have free backs that come across and you are back in the game. Now, like I said before, once the royalty gets out, the game ends. So if one of your royalty members gets out, they're gonna go across and you can throw a yarn ball to them to try and get them back in. And you're gonna wanna do that immediately, because if both royalty get out, the game ends. Now another thing, if you're able to get all of the knights out, but there's still some royalty left, maybe the two royalty are left, or maybe even just one, that's the point where we would say seize the castle. And at that point, the other team is allowed to cross the center line and they can come all the way up to the 3-point line, and they're still throwing yarn balls at the king and queen. Usually the game ends really quickly after that because we get the royalty out. Once the game ends, royalty, is out, and they would actually pick new royalty. So we would start a new round, picking new royalty and also picking a new sergeant. Okay, I always have the kids, if you were already sergeant, you pick the next sergeant. I always say, give the job to someone you think deserves it, right? So then they don't come up to you, oh, can I be it, can I be it? Oh, ask the last sergeant, that's who decides. Or ask the last royalty, that's who decides. So that's a little way to help this game out too. Super fun game, I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day.